Hi, this is Justin Branham for MasterFiddle.com. In this lesson, we're going to work on the Texas Walk progression for fiddle tunes. We're going to do it out of the key of G, but it can be moved to any key, and it sounds like this. Alright, so that's a fun progression to play, and we've got a lot of moving chords in that. This would work for any fiddle tune, like Leather Britches, Sally Johnson, Katie Hill, Sally Gooden, Dusty Miller, Gray Eagle, Cripple Creek, on and on and on. This is kind of the basic fiddle tune progression. And we can move it around the neck and play it out of different keys too, because there's no open chords in this version of it. It's heavily borrowed from Western swing style, and it's a little different from that just in terms of the feel and some of the chord voicings we're going to use, but it's kind of a mixture of Western swing with old-time fiddle backup. And this style of backup really helps to give a lot of drive, especially if it's just a guitar backing up a fiddle. It functions more percussively like a drummer would, but it also has the moving bass lines that a bass player would have. And the harmonies are moving too, so it gives us a lot of color, almost like a piano would have. So we sort of have three things going on in one sound, and it gives us a little more to work with, especially if you're a fiddle player. Also changes the groove a little bit, and it's more appropriate if you're playing a contest style fiddle tune and you want to have that feel. This is what's going to really help you to play that way. So we're basically just playing a 1-4-5 progression like this. But we have all these moving, passing, substitute type chords. And I'll explain what those are when we get to them. And we're going to start with G6. That's third finger on the third fret of the low E string. Skip the A string. We're going to mute that with the second finger. So the pad of your second finger back here is going to mute that. And then we're going to go to the first finger on the second fret of the D string, fourth finger on the fourth fret of the G string, and third finger on the third fret of the B string. The high E string is also muted, and I'm muting that either with my third finger, the back part of my third finger is muting that string, and also my first finger where it is reaching over the strings there just barely touches the E string, and that mutes the string. So just keep your fingers relaxed when you play these closed position chords, and only have pressure on the tips of your fingers. Don't worry about arching your fingers up like you do for open chords so that you avoid hitting the open strings. We actually want to hit the open strings so they can't sound out. So here's this chord again, G6. And we're going to do bass note, strum. So the lowest note of the chord, that G note, and then a strum. Then we're going to go